Good day, students. Welcome to mathgotserved.com. And this clip we're going to be going over how to solve quadratic equations using the completing the square method. This standard is covered in Algebra 1, 2, and Pre-Calculus courses. Do not forget there are 3 practice problems at the end of this presentation that we'd like you to try out in order to demonstrate mastery of what we covered in this presentation. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and check out the contents we have in the playlist below or on our website at mathgotserved.com. Alright, before we get started, in order for you to be able to excel in this lesson, there are 2 prerequisite knowledge or skills that are critical for you to have mastered, okay? The first skill that you need to have mastered is how to create. You need to know how to create and factor perfect square trinomials, okay? I call them PSTs, perfect square trinomials. And then the second skill that's very important for this standard is you need to know how to solve absolute value equations. Okay? Now, if you do not know how to fulfill these 2 standards, these 2 prerequisite skills, I would like you to go ahead and review them first, and then you will be able to master this skill of solving quadratic equations using the absolute value, using the completing the square method. Alright, so talking about perfect square trinomial, let's go ahead and refresh our memory on a factorization strategy for perfect square trinomials. So recall, if you have a perfect square trinomial given by a square plus or minus plus 2ab plus b square, you can factor this using the X game, or you can just use the following trick. This works for all perfect square trinomials. You just read the first and the last term, and then you bring down the middle sign. Okay, so the factored state of this perfect square trinomial is a plus b quantity square. Okay, and the same for minus. If you have a square minus 2ab plus b squared, this is a perfect square trinomial. If you want to factor this, you take the square root of the first and last term and bring down the middle sign, and your factored state is going to be a minus b squared. Okay, so this skill is covered in prerequisite skill number 1 on how to create and factor perfect square trinomials. Alright, so let's get right to business. The instruction for the example we're going to be doing is as follows. You are to solve the given quadratic equation by completing the square. Alright, so let's say you have the equation 3x squared plus 6x minus 1 equals 2. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and do it. Okay, so what we're going to do now, if you look at this equation, is we're going to focus our attention on the left side. Alright, so first things first, we're going to create an incomplete square, and then we're going to proceed to convert that incomplete square into a perfect square trinomial. Okay, this doesn't look like a perfect square trinomial because we have a 3 here, and that's not a perfect square. Okay, alright, so this is how we create the incomplete square. We're going to put the left side in the form x squared plus bx. Okay, so let's just put some side notes here. Place the left side in x squared plus bx form. Okay, so that's an incomplete square. The beauty about this form is it's easy to complete the square if you have x squared plus bx. We'll go over that in a second. Okay, so to put this in x squared plus bx form, we need only the quadratic and the linear terms. The constant needs to move over. So we're going to add 1 to both sides of the equation. So that's going to give us, what's that going to give us? It's going to give us 3x squared plus 6x equals 3. Almost there. Now you notice the form I desire is x squared plus bx, so we need a coefficient of 1 for the quadratic term. So we need to divide every term by the coefficient of x squared. So divide every single term by 3. Notice whatever you do to the right side, you're doing the same thing to the left side. We're trying to preserve equality here, okay? All right. So we now have x squared plus 2x equals 1. Okay, so now on the left side, we have the desired form x squared plus bx. This x squared plus bx is an incomplete square. Think of it as an incomplete square. So remember what the name of this method we're working on is. What's the name of this method? It's called completing the square. So we have an incomplete square, so now we're going to proceed to complete the square, okay? So in this form that we have right here, you want to note that in this form we have a 1 here, and a is 1, and guess what b is? B is 2. So to complete the square, we're going to add something to this left side and also to the right side of the equation. All right, so what are we going to add? We're going to add b over 2 square. That completes the square. Adding b over 2 square completes the square. Okay, so you add that to the left side, and then on the right side, guess what? You add exactly the same thing. Okay, you're gonna add b over 2 square. Our b value is 2, so we're going to plug that in here. So when we plug that in, we're going to have x squared plus 2x plus b over 2 square is going to be 2 over 2 square. Alrighty, and here we have 1 plus the same thing, 2 over 2 square. So what's 2 over 2 square? 2 over 2, using the order of operations, you do what's in the parentheses first, right? All right, so if you simplify that, 2 over 2 square, you're going to end up with 1 square. All right, and then 1 square is just 1. So let's show the work here. So we have x squared plus 2x plus 1 square. And then on the right side is going to be 1 plus 1 square. Okay, so on the left side we have, ladies and gentlemen, we have a perfect square trinomial. Okay, let's simplify it, make it look pretty. X squared plus 2x plus 1 equals 2. How do we know that this is a perfect square trinomial? Well, it's our creation. We created it. We started with an incomplete square and we proceeded to complete the square. So now we're going to use the factorization trick for perfect square trinomials. You just root the first and the last term of your quadratic trinomial to the left, the perfect square trinomial, and then you bring down the middle sign. Alrighty, so in the factored state is going to be x plus 1 quantity square equals 2. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get x by itself. All right, so to get x by itself, we need to get rid of this square and then the 1, and then x will be isolated. All right, so what's the inverse of square? The inverse of square is square root. So what we're going to do is we're going to root both sides of our equation. Okay, so square root the left side and the right side. Now, if you take the square root of a square, you end up with an absolute value. So you have an absolute value of x plus 1 equals the square root of 2. Okay? So earlier we talked about knowing how to solve absolute value equations as a prerequisite skill for the standard. So now we're going to have to use that. Okay? So the only way you can drop this absolute value bracket is by replacing with plus or minus. Okay? So plus or minus the quantity x plus 1 is equal to root 2. Now, using your knowledge of absolute value equations, this is two equations in one, so we have to split it up. Okay, we're going to split it up into negative and positive. So put the negative one on the left, so negative quantity x plus 1 equals root 2, and then we'll put the positive one on the right, x plus 1 equals root 2. This is how you solve absolute value equations. Okay, so the negative one goes here, and we have the positive one go over there. All right, so if it's positive, you don't need to keep the sign. Okay, so this is kind of like the positive and the negative. All right, so we have two resulting equations. Let's go ahead and solve this. So for this one right here, we can distribute the negative 1 and then solve, or we can just divide by negative 1 and then solve from there. All right, so most students like to distribute the negative sign, so there's like a negative 1 here. So if we distribute that, we're going to have negative x minus 1 is equal to root 2. And then to finish this off, you add 1 to both sides. So here, you can, on the left side is negative x, and on the right side, you can combine a rational and irrational number. So you write it as 1 plus root 2. Okay? And then finally, we divide everything by negative 1. So divide this by negative 1, negative 1, negative 1. Remember, the goal is to get x isolated, and that's the solved state. So we're going to have x equals, so negative over positive is negative minus 1, and then this negative over positive, positive over negative is negative minus 1 minus root 2. That's your first answer. And then for the second one, the positive 1, you just distribute your positive 1. Nothing changes. Okay, and then you subtract 1 from both sides. And then you end up with, let's bring the answer down here. X equals negative 1 plus root 2. And those are the answers to the problem, basically using completing the square method.